Right now, though, time to welcome back to Sports Talk a very happy baseball coach, Clemson head coach Erik Bakich, joining us on Sports Talk. He's got more ball to play after running through the regional last weekend, now getting ready to host the Super Regional with the Florida Gators coming to town. Coach, first of all, congratulations on last weekend, and how are you feeling a couple of days removed from that and a couple of days or so away from facing the Gators?
Feeling dangerous, Phil. Hey, thanks for having me as always. Appreciate it.
I think you said that last time.
Dangerous.
Feeling dangerous. That's great. What makes you feel dangerous tonight?
No, it's from the American Sniper movie, Chris Kyle.
That's right. You explained that to us last time, too. It just didn't stick.
Yep. Come on. If you ask me how I'm feeling, I'm going to tell you dangerous.
I like that, though. Well, you proved to be dangerous this past weekend in winning that regional. How did you feel about the overall performance of your team in those 3 wins?
Postseason baseball comes down to pitching and defense and then timely hitting as well. And I thought our pitching staff and our defense played very well. The runs were hard to come by for most of the weekend. We had an explosion of 6 runs in the 8th inning in Game 3. But we got some timely hits, and we did just enough to be 1 run better in the first 2 games. But I was very pleased with just the way our guys kind of went about things. And I thought we were just in an aggressive mindset and but able to play mentally free and do some cool things on the field, whether it's Jacob Hinderleiter with kind of a no-look glove flip to second or Blake Wright with a hidden ball trick. And then just guys, just feeding off the crowd. I thought our crowd was electric, the best atmosphere I've ever seen Doug Kingsmore Stadium. And so all in all, it was, a recipe for a really good weekend.
Well, you put out the call to the fans going into the weekend, and I guess you kind of feel like they heard you and they responded.
Oh, they more than responded. They brought their A game, and I just, in a very much a gratitude zone and deep appreciation for just how they synchronized their chants and their cheers and got loud when they needed to, and even just two outs, 2 strikes when we're on defense, and standing up and clapping for our pitcher, and just not only, motivating our team, inspiring our team, but also trying to, help speed up the other team to give us a bit of a competitive advantage. And we had a misplay in the outfield. I think they were making so much noise that led to a miscommunication play, which got us on base. It's just a lot of things that a good crowd can do to help the home team win. And so that was a big deal. And there's certain moments of that game, of that series, the Journey song that came on, and everybody had their cell phone flashlights on. It looked like we were at a rock concert, not a baseball game. And then just the celebration afterwards, after winning it, a 14-year monkey off the back, and just being able to share that experience with the entire Clemson community. It was really cool.
All right. That was a great moment, but as you know, there's more work to be done. How would you say that the team has regrouped since then and kind of gotten their mind refocused on the next task at hand?
Well, exactly what you just said. That's exactly what we've done. Is we celebrated an achievement this past weekend, and then recentered, got back to the middle, and understand that there's a lot more to be done. And while last weekend was great, it's not our ultimate goal. And so our guys just they had yesterday off. Mondays are always our off days. And so we got back to training today, and we're going to, the focus is on just back to improvement, back to getting better, and back to, a good week of training, getting ready for Florida. And, part of what has made us consistent this year is just the consistency of our preparation. We haven't had days where, the coaches are coming off the field saying, man, our guys just didn't put in effort today. This has been one of the best things about this team is everything they do with intent, they do with full effort, and they're just so much fun to be around and so much fun to coach.
Sure.
Erik Bakich, head baseball coach at Clemson, with us here tonight on Sports Talk. Tigers and the Florida Gators this weekend in the Super Regionals, a berth in the College World Series on the line. And, Coach, it had been over 20 years since Clemson had a player pull off what Jacob Hinderleiter did in Game 1 against Coastal, go 5 for 5 in the NCAA tournament. In your coaching experience, have you ever seen anything quite like that, maybe outside of Khalil Green?
I'm sure. I mean, that's what you're hoping for. You're looking for those outlier moments. You're looking for, in order to get through a tournament, somebody's going to have to do something maybe at the top of their skill set, or somebody you haven't counted on at some point in the year is going to do something magical, that whether it's a bullpen pitcher pitching a long time, or a guy coming off the bench and getting a few hits and a spot start, or one of your everyday starters just having a monster game like Jacob Hinderleiter did, going 5 for 5. Those are the type of performances you need that are going to help fuel the entire team. And so we were very lucky to get that from Hindy in Game 2. It was a monster game that he had, and the scoring was tough to do. We hadn't capitalized on all the scoring opportunities that we had, so we needed somebody to really step up and deliver in the clutch, and he certainly did that.
Your offense is so dangerous, from Canarella to Hinderleiter, certainly Wright and Overtop and all those guys. But, Coach, just watching this regional in particular, I thought the MVP for you guys, I think he only may have had one base hit the entire regional, but he was on base almost all the time, and it's Alden Mathis. What does he bring to your team in terms of his ability as a leadoff hitter to start your offense?
Oh, absolutely. Total table setter. You're right. His batting average may not have been high in the regional, but his on-base percentage was sky high, because he drew a ton of walks. He got hit by a bunch of pitches, and he just really started a lot of rallies for us, started a lot of innings of even if we only scored one run, a lot of times he was the one scoring that run, and making things happen. And that's exactly what we need out of that spot. We just need a guy to get on base, and that's why he's up there. So even though he's an aggressive swinger, he leads our team in first pitch swing percentage, he also is very disciplined at the plate and takes his walks when he needs to, takes his hit by pitches when he needs to. But that's just a veteran leader that has played a lot of college baseball. He's a weapon in the outfield as well. And you're right, we wouldn't have won that regional without him.
Thought your pitching staff did a really nice job, especially Austin Gordon on the back end for you, and Connacht was terrific. I thought Ethan Darden pitched well. Tristan Smith did as well. The Saturday, Sunday, Monday setup, does that allow you to maybe move Aiden Connacht to pitch Game 1 against the Gators on Saturday?
It could. I don't know if we'll do that, but it certainly could. But I liked how it went this past weekend with Tristan and Aiden and Ethan, and Tristan and Aiden really did a nice job of, getting us deep into the game. And when the bullpen is able to shorten their stints and not have to be overused or overutilized, then it makes them even more effective. And so Austin Gordon, even though he threw 3 games in a row, it was a short pitch count in each of the 3 games, because the guys did such a good job in the bullpen in a couple of innings leading up. But the starting pitching, the bullpen pitching, the defense, just really performing at a high level all weekend long.
We are visiting with Clemson baseball coach Erik Bakich for a couple of more minutes. So what will be your pitching approach to Jack Caglione?
Well, we don't face him until Game 2, so we have to put all of our energy on Game 1. So the freshman, the kid Liam Peterson, I think his name is. It might not be Peterson, but it's he's a big arm.
I'm actually asking, how are you going to pitch to him? What will be your pitching plans to him? Yeah, considering he's only hitting .410 with 31 homers.
Oh gosh, yeah, we may not pitch to him. We may just walk him. We said we might do that to Charlie Condon from Georgia as well. These guys with 30-something home runs. And Caglione, though, he's different. He's unique because he's got double walks over strikeouts. So not only is a power threat, he's just a really good offensive player. He's got a ridiculously high batting average, on base percentage, and slugging. So he's truly MVP type of player. In any league that he plays in, he's going to be one of the best players, just not only the two-way, but just the ability to change the complexion of a game with one swing. So I'm sure it'll be kind of like our approach with Charlie Condon from Georgia. With nobody on, we're going to challenge him and pitch to him. But if there's a base open, we may consider being smart and just putting him on base. But he's certainly a guy that no matter what team he plays, that team is circling him and saying, try not to let this guy beat you.
Yeah. This is a head-scratching team that you're playing in Florida. I mean, they had a poor regular season by their standards, lost in the play-in round of the SEC tournament. I guess barely got into the ACC tournament. I guess on the strength of schedule, I guess is what convinced the committee that they were worthy. And I guess they're sort of backing it up with what they're doing now. But you look, and it looks like they're pitching those last two wins against Oklahoma State, holding the Cowboys to 2 runs in each of those games. And in 3 of those games out there, they only gave up 2 runs. Is their pitching, you think, maybe starting to round into shape to go along with this artillery-like offensive approach?
Oh, no, this is one of the best teams in the country. Make no mistake. It doesn't matter what their record was in the regular season or what happened in February, March, April, or May. They are one of the best teams in the country come June. They got selected for the NCAA tournament, which a lot of times can be that weight lifted. They weren't sure if they were going to get in. They got in. It's house money. They're playing free, and they really played well. They had to do it through the losers bracket in the Oklahoma State Regional, and this is a team that's loaded with prospects and talent. Almost all of their pitchers have mid-90s stuff with plus breaking balls. It's a team with 125 home runs and a bunch of guys with double-digit home runs. It's not like Caglione's the only one. They've got a lineup, top to bottom that's a power threat. They field very well, and so it doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. They're playing well. It's going to be a heck of a challenge. We certainly are up for it, but it's going to be a heck of a challenge. There's no doubt it's going to be a great super regional.
Yeah. Last thing, we'll let you go. I couldn't help but admire how everybody handled the post game with Coastal Carolina. Gary Gilmore's last game, you pinned a loss on him in his last game, and I love the way that everybody took their caps off and showed that respect to him. And you got a chance to talk to him, and he and Coach Leggett had a long embrace. Can you kind of share with us what we couldn't hear that maybe you guys were kind of saying to him as he was walking through the handshake line?
Well, it's just, everyone has the ultimate respect for Coach Gilmore and the teams that he's built at Coastal Carolina and the program that he's built. He's built a powerhouse type of program, a juggernaut that's reached the summit of the mountaintop in winning a national championship in 2016, but it's all the other years where they were so close to getting to Omaha and super regionals and regional appearances, and it's a Hall of Fame career, and it's a guy who just is first class in every way, and a true inspiration to a lot of young coaches like myself that are looking at building programs, and he's one of the guys you look at, much like Coach Leggett, of how to build a model of consistency. And what he's done, maybe without the same resources as a lot of the other schools, but still competing with everyone, is just incredibly impressive. So, wish him all the best in retirement. He's been unbelievable for the game of baseball, and, his legacy will live forever. There's no doubt about that.
Those are great words, and we'll wrap it with that. Thank you very much. So,
appreciate it, Coach.
You'll have the pleasure of having seen all 3 of our faces. You had Smitty at the ACC tournament. You had Bergie there at the regional, and I get to go to the super regional. So I will see.
Let's go, Phil. All right. I look forward to high-fiving you, my friend.
I will see you there on Friday for the press conference.
All right. Let's do it. I'll see you then.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your time.
Thanks,
as
Coach.
Always. Coach Erik Bakich of Clemson, and we'll be right back.
I'm attorney Jim Corbett. I'm not a case manager. I'm a lawyer for over 35 years. I don't charge 40% for your injury in your rec case or any on-the-job injury. Call 803-765-2968 and ask for Jim Corbett or email me, jim@jimcorbettattorney.com, for the experience of a lawyer handling your injury case. Jim Corbett, 803-765-2968. Jim@jimcorbettattorney.com. Put 35 years of experience to work on your injury case.
The South Carolina Education Lottery has a new rolling jackpot, and trust me, our state hasn't seen anything this big before.
How big? Harbortown Lighthouse big?
Bigger.
Bigger than the Ravenel Bridge?
Even bigger.
Not bigger than Table Rock.
With this new rolling jackpot, Palmetto Cash 5 is officially too big to ignore. Palmetto Cash 5 draws nightly, so play today. Check if your numbers are winners in the Players Club app or at seeducationlottery.com. Overall odds are 1 in 10. Top prize odds are 1 in 850,668.
You've put in the work for your education. The extra early, extra late, extra work. That's because you understand education opens doors to better pay, better opportunities, and a better you. Being educated about playing the lottery is no different. It helps you be a better player, one who knows when to play and when to take a rain check. The lottery's a game, so let's keep it fun. Learn more at seeducationlottery.com/betteryou.
George Bryant here with Tsunami Bar Sports, and wow, Tsunami Robbie, there is now an amazing technology that you can use when you train receiving large game without having to endure pain. Please explain.
George, that is the magic combination. I have 3 simple words to define that entire concept. Stimulation, not annihilation. Regardless of your training goals, there is a level of stimulation that is optimal for your desired gains. Tsunami Bar's flexible bar technology meets these demands because the user determines the level of stimulation with the amount of speed and force they impart into the bar or training device.
Hey, this is Phil Kornbluth. The Tsunami Bar is a terrific training device, whether you're working on your fitness or your golf game. It's convenient, it's easy to use, and you won't feel beat up afterwards. Be sure to click on the digital ad on SportsTalkSC.com and get 5% off any order using promo code BBB5. Don't wait. Order today.